will take a quick introduction of myself and begin, because many of you are just starting your careers, as I understand, and wanting to know how efficient and how fruitful the digital eco-space system is today, into understanding whether this makes sense for you to go ahead, make your career in this space, because there are too many platforms who are coming on digital, etc., etc. And I'll take a 2 minutes to explain my career path till now, and will be little overwhelming maybe, because when I started my career in digital in India, it was very nascent. I started my career back in 2005 when I started it with as a PHP programmer with one of the leading organization in Pune, and they were actually into software engineer, software, creating software websites, etc., etc., for people sitting in US. And hence I got a chance to start just to understand what is AdWords at that point of time. Only AdWords in Google AdWord was only the system where people used to have as an advertiser a platform to advertise their product or services, right? And that was my breakthrough. And at that point of a time in India, nobody used to use a lot of digital medium to interact, or it was nowhere. So I started my career with iProspect, and it used to be known as Communicate to back then. Right. So it all started with a very small this thing where I was given a limited amount of money from my manager, and she told me, let's start, let's see what happens. And the one fine day I sold a computer online, and that time selling a product online, for me it was like, how can it happen? Because I've never seen anything. I have not bought anything online till that time, and it was a miracle for me, like somebody has bought computer in from the campaign which I was running. And that was a turning point from my career, and I shifted my whole energy. I started learning digital, joined an organization in India who started digital marketing in India at that point of time. And today, if I zoom out and see myself, I think I did the right, I chose the right career path for myself, because somewhere software was getting a little boring for me, at least, because uh, uh, in digital and in marketing, actually, you understand a lot of people. You understand the psychology of people, many things which connects back to your own behavior, what you like, do not like, right? So all career are actually somewhere related to what you like as a person. And hence for me, digital has become a very great career path. And I'm grateful for all the organizations and for all the people who has a trust in me and gave me an opportunity to learn and scale up with them, with their businesses. I also scaled up. I gained confidence. I started learning a lot. And today, whatever I'm able to manifest and get wherever, it's because of their motivations, their believe in myself and my believe in myself, and I'm able to get in here. Because in a nutshell, marketing or digital marketing is nothing but common sense. And wherever you start looking the loopholes, you have to just start thinking what needs to be done. Other than that, there are skill sets which are required, etc., which can be acquired. Anybody can acquire digital marketing skill sets. It's not a rocket science. It's very simple. And if you have the mindset of business, understanding of numbers, and few other things I'll talk about, anybody can excel in digital marketing space. However, now in the today world, it has become little more competitive in that sense, because there are a lot many people, there are a lot many uh, companies, there are a lot many players who are coming up. Even there are MBAs happening on digital marketing, specific courses, etc., etc., right? So it has become a part of the mainstream, which was not there earlier, because the adoption of digital in India itself. And in India, digital actually is far more better than any other country, right? So the adoption of mobile phones, your Geo started, etc., etc. Now everybody, even the past generation and the upcoming generation, you always know that they are on phones every time, on smartphone every time, and hence the need of the hour is, even if an organization or small startups are coming up, if they do not have enough money to actually do offline marketing, digital is something always everybody requires to get into the system, to get understanding of the customer, what they're looking forward, etc. So the space here today in digital is vast. To begin with, I have a question for you to start with. To all of you is like, what are you expecting from this session? So that whatever I have planned for the session, I can actually tweak a bit if there are any expectations mismatch, and if you want to learn anything else which I might have not covered from the session. So what, if few of you can tell me what are you expecting from the session, it will be great.
Yeah, ma'am, this Vinesh just put across that I'm a working professional now. I want to know, there are a lot of platforms in social media. What would be the best combination? Should we be present in all platform across the line, or we should concentrate on particular platform?
Okay.
That's it.
Got it. SAF has asked, actually, I wanted to know, there are multiple digital institutes. I have a dilemma how to go for a best one. Okay. Sure. Okay, this is Vignesh, same question. I'll answer that question. Any other question, guys? Any other expectation rather from the session?
Yeah, we want to be sure that what exactly means, what is the future for this one? Present, we know it is going on. What would be the future of digital marketing? Means we have to be adaptable to that.
Sure. Sure. So let's begin. I think that is what this expectation of all of you, that how what kind of the future digital marketing can have, how can you guys actually excel in the digital space, what are the skill sets needs to be acquired and from where. I think these are the common questions you guys all have. So I'll cover all this and I'll give you a brief understanding of digital space also, which makes you understand or maybe prepare for you to start learning on your own, and then you can decide which institute, etc. you want to go ahead with, right? So I'll share my screen for better flow. Right, so today's agenda is basically what basics of digital marketing and how you can excel in this space. We will be covering these 4 topics, mostly the basic metrics, key channels. Somebody was asking the channel which there are so many social media things and tools, places where I should invest, and should I invest everywhere. I'll give you some understanding how to choose it better. I created, and whatever I've created, this is my own material. This is nowhere on internet. This is on my own, what I think is right, and what have been in the industry till now have seen. So how to excel in digital marketing space is something which I have created for you guys to understand how my journey has been and what I see going forward will happen, right? And I'll also try to give you a framework of marketing, not only digital, but in general, because most of the marketing which happens now is digital, other than TV and the billboards, etc., which you see, right? So basically, digital marketing is nothing but wherever you have anything on internet and you see the ad, be it in the format of text, be it in a format of image, video, etc., from any brand, right? So even the WhatsApp forwards which you keep doing for any brand, right? You might have seen these days lots of WhatsApp has also become a big channel for all the marketeers. So they keep sending WhatsApp and you just forward that WhatsApp to other person. That is also a part of branding. That's a part of digital marketing, right? And since unknowingly you the first message which comes to you from on WhatsApp from any other brand, you think that this was targeted to you, but sometimes it becomes a shareable thing and you share it with your friends, and then it becomes the non-paid medium, right? So all digital is not paid. So there are mediums, there are places, there are too many things which could be done on digital without paid marketing as well, right? So digital is not always paid. So it is sometime people, or if you talk to any startups or people or small organizations, they are little hindering, saying that lot of money will go and what should I do, etc. But if the marketer or the advertiser is smart, they can actually do a lot of digital marketing on free. And that's the power of digital. That's the power of when the things goes viral, it gets free branding, gets free advertising, etc. Right? So digital marketing in nutshell is nothing when you get interacted with any brand, any services, product on internet, anywhere, be it in text format, image, link, anything which is leading the traffic to the website or leading the install for that that advertiser or brand, right? So all of this is digital. The only thing which is like the ad which is flowing on internet is digital. Anything which is going on internet is digital marketing, nothing more or less than that, right? So now there are two things which it has, how the industry has divided digital into two parts. One is your performance marketing and another is your brand marketing, right? There is no difference when you look after this as a consumer. When I say consumer, it means that when you are consuming the ad from any brand, right? So you might have seen an ad of Nike, which has a shoe in it and the pricing, etc. And you might see an ad which has brand story on it, like how running can help, or stamina, strength, etc. Whatever Nike talks about. But both of these ads have a different objective for the brand or the advertiser who is running those ads, right? As a consumer, you are just seeing the Nike ad, but the objective of brand is very different from one ad to another ad. And hence, there are demarcation like performance marketing and brand marketing into digital. And because there is a demarcation, everything is changed, right? So there are two buckets. One is your performance marketing, another is your brand marketing. Their objective for performance is direct business, right? So you might have seen in past, you used to have a lot of salespeople in the team, right? In organization, wherever, in hospitality, for example, in hotel industry, right? People earlier used to have a lots of sales calls. People used to call people, market businesses used to have a calling team. They will call people, do you need to, are you looking for any tourism plan, etc., etc. And then all the sales start happening from there, right? Because offline, there's no interaction directly with the consumer, but on internet, when you coming, you have a direct interaction. And performance marketing plays a lot of bigger role here, because performance marketing try to cater or try to capture those audiences on internet who are looking for your services, or product at that point of a time, right? So because of too many signals, too many uh, 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 analysis which is happening on internet, like Google understand everything what you are doing every day. They kind of understand what kind of product you are looking for. Facebook do the same thing. There are too many other uh, uh, tracking systems which are in place. They understand what kind of behavior this person, or not like one person but a set of cohort, they understand what kind of behavior these people will actually uh, uh, look forward, right? So they understand if you are looking forward for a travel plan, they understand what kind of if you are looking to buy a shoe, or if you are looking to buy a car, or if you are looking to actually just buy a shampoo for yourself, right? So all these things are out, and they understand the consumer path very, very nicely because of all this all the tracking which is in place, right? And hence performance marketing actually helps the advertisers or brand to cater the need of that consumer by targeting them through mediums which are cost effective to them, right? So so objective on performance versus brand marketing is just one difference. One is objective for performance marketing is direct business. Objective for brand marketing is awareness of the brand. You might have seen a big a ad which just talk about the brand and what they do, nothing more or less than that, right? So everything which is branding, where the objective of the brand or the ad is just to let a user know that this is the brand and this is what they do. They are not looking that you consume the product right now. You might consume the product in 3 months, 7 months, 1 year down the line, but you should have that recall of that brand in your head, that there was a brand I have seen last time, right? So that is the objective for brand marketing. Performance marketing has a little lot short-term objectives, which is like a user who's looking to buy my product right now, right? So these are the objective differences between performance and brand marketing. And similar to that, your measurement also change, right? So when your objective change, your measuring of that marketing spends also changes, right? So your measurement on performance is most of cost per sale, LTV, most effective channel, etc., who can actually give you the right cost ROI, for example, for that spend, right? And hence your channel mix changes because you are looking for the channels where a user is actually there when he or she is looking to buy or use the product you are selling. Hence, the ideal channel mix for performance marketing is mostly Google, Facebook, Instagram, affiliates, etc., who are largely a channel where, as an advertiser, you get few understanding, which I'll talk about later, about how you can target those users online, right? And hence, because your mix is changing, the creative also change because your action of that objective is changing. So you will be seeing a lot of creative which has do now, book now, uh, buy now kind of a thing, which talks of where you will see those ads will be more of the performance marketing ads and not the brand marketing. In brand marketing, your CTAs or your actions on the creative or the ad which we'll be seeing online will be more about know more, explore, learn more, these kind of a things, which is more exploratory in the system. They are in the brand marketing side, right? Now coming to brand marketing, your measurements are little not very cost effective or you want a sale now, but they are more about how many people viewed the ad, how many people came online and actually explored the platform. So cost per session, cost per view, and there are a lot more other metrics which gets measured when you do a brand marketing ad, but mostly these are the things which is being seen. Then hence the channel mix also changes because now you want to reach out many users in the low cost, right? So YouTube ads. So whenever you see a video on YouTube, skippable or non-skippable, whatever, but YouTube is mostly a platform where you run brand marketing ads. So whenever you see an ad on YouTube, there are few ads which are ran from performance marketing also on YouTube, because YouTube is also changing the way users are changing, they're adopting, but most of the YouTube is brand marketing. There is digital display, etc., and Facebook videos, which you keep seeing. These are mostly brand marketing related videos you see. And hence your creative, which I just talked about, the exploratory creatives are more aligned to brand marketing. So now onwards, whenever you see an ad, try to think which team from the brand, from the organization is running this ad, a brand marketing ad or a performance marketing ad. Before I go to the metrics, let me cover the channels on digital marketing and their nuances. When I say nuances, is mostly, so this slide is very important to understand what are the key channels, and whoever is thinking to participate and learn digital, these are the things you should be covering whenever you are taking classes outside, and thinking what should be covered in your sessions with any of the platforms where you want to actually understand and learn digital marketing. All this mostly will be covered everywhere, but you can have a relevant questions and the right questions to them to ask when you are exploring the institute, etc. So digital has many channels, right? And each channel has their own nuances. Each channel is created because, or is in existence because there are different users out there. So in mostly what is required from our advertiser to reach the audience, right? So ultimately what a brand is looking for or a product is looking for, to reach the right user who is looking to buy or sell, buy that product, right? So ultimately karna to wahi hai, right? You want to actually reach the right audience at the right time, वो करना है, right? Now अगर आपको सही समय पे सही यूजर के पास पहुंचना है, what you will do, you will want to understand where those users are, right? Everybody will not be there everywhere, right? There are people who are on Instagram, there are people who are on Facebook, there are people who actually do a lot of research when they buy, so they are on internet reading something. There are people who actually explore products on Amazon, right? So there are people who actually just wanting to see videos while they're learning something. So these are all the places, these are known as channels in digital industry, but actually these are the places where you find your audiences, right? So first mapping in digital is very simple, is you have to understand where your users are, right? How do you understand your users are? When you understand your users, right? So just take an example of Nike, for example. I'm boosting a lot of Nike here. It's not about I am being paid from Nike, but generally I have a little freak on health and all these things, and I run, so Nike shoes are good shoes to run, etc. So hence Nike. But Nike as such is looking for people who are health and fitness freaks, right? These are the people who will help Nike to grow. Now, the basic thing where they will find these users is very simple. They will find these users who go to gym very often. These are the users who have linkages or who keep thinking when the marathon is happening, right? These are the people who might be thinking good eating habits, lifestyle, right? So what Nike must be doing? They create the persona of this user, right? So what kind of things this user might be doing who will buy my shoes, right? So every brand create a persona of their user. So they understand what psychologically this person must be thinking, must be doing online when they are thinking to buy my shoe, right? Hence, as an advertiser, what we have to understand where these people are, what they must be doing, right? So very simple. When the first step, mostly now the things are changing, but earlier it was like Google used to be the first thing where a user will come and search, where can I buy the right shoes? And it can be a very simple query when they search for example, how to get the right running shoe, for example, right? So this is the simple thing when exploratory search starts, right? You also do the same thing when you might be looking for this class. You might be thinking, what are the courses for digital marketing? How I can excel in digital marketing? These might be the searches you might have done, and that is might be how you got introduced to EduBridge or somewhere else. But this is how the research start for any product, right? And once that is done, so Nike has to make sure they should be on search when a user is searching for my shoes. Now it depends upon their objective also from the brand, right? Every brand has a different objective at different time, right? Nike might have evolved from there. They might have said कि भाई मुझे नहीं करना है Google search. I know my users, they will come anyways to me, right? So they can take that call, but mostly the ideal thing should be that they should be present on Google when a user is searching for a running shoe, right? So on Google search, the basic nuance is that the ad triggers when the keyword get inserted into the system. So there is a whole lot of ML machine learning goes into this. What kind of search term a marketer should have in their campaigns to attract the query from the user end, right? So when you search for running shoes in India or best running shoes in India or whatever, the ad, whatever a user search, as a user you search, get picked up from the campaigns which an advertiser like you will become in future, will have in your campaigns, and then your ads start coming in, right? So the basic nuance in search, Google search, is the keyword and what kind of bid you are putting in. Bids are nothing but if you do on the share market, if you are on the share market, you do lot of cash every day. You put some kind of bid. I don't know what they call it, but mostly they put a check mark. This should happen, and then my shares should sell off, etc., etc. So here also, as a marketer, you put a bid. Like I am okay to bid, let's say 10 rupees for running shoes, and if there is no other advertiser above 10 rupees, my ad will come above that. So there are many other things which happens, which Google helps to us as a marketer to make sure when and which ad at what position it will come. But the basic thing is keyword, ad bids, and ad. The ad copy here is your text. See, on Google you might have seen only text ads which comes in. So Google search पे केवल text ad चलता है, and it comes with the keyword, where whatever keyword you input, it gets mapped with your channel, and hence it comes up on Google search, right? So that's how the Google search ads comes in, right? Now coming to Facebook and Instagram, they're mostly the same thing. Today, the engine from where the Facebook and Instagram runs is the same. Advertiser can choose whether they want to run on Instagram or Facebook or both. That can be done, but mostly it is run on from the same platform. It is Google search. From where the Google search is run, it is known in Google AdWords. So you can ask if Google AdWords is being covered or not in your institutes, wherever you are taking the course from. Facebook and Instagram ran from FB ads. So FB ads are mostly, so yahan pe, now again the audiences will come in place, right? What kind of audience you think will be on Facebook, and what they will be doing when they are looking for such products like running shoes? They might be liking a lot of pages which are fitness pages, which are running pages, which might be following many people who are fitness freak, etc., right? So these are the signals which Facebook give us as an advertiser, saying that these are the interest areas of the users, or these are the behavior a user is showing, right? So on the panel you will see a lot of these interest, behavior, demographics, etc., which you can choose as a marketer to check mark, and you run the ads, your ads there. Now the ad format here are different. You can run, you might have seen carousel ads on Google, on Facebook, carousel comes in. You see a normal FB ad, which is a rectangular format of an ad, right? And there are other ways of square format, etc. But mostly these are the image banner ads which run on Facebook. And on the basic difference from search and Facebook is, on search, a user is actually looking for your product. They are searching for it. On Facebook, it is not like that. It is like they are doing something when your ad gets pop up, right? Hence, search marketing is known as the pull marketing, right? You're pulling the user who are looking for your services. But Facebook, it's something, it's a push marketing. They are doing something, but you are pushing your ad towards them, right? So this is the basic difference, and hence Google search has become the most effective way of as a channel. Everybody should have it because it's a basic thing, right? Agar koi search kar raha hai to aapka ad nahi aa raha hai, then you are losing those impressions, you are losing everything from in that at that frame of mind, at that user, for at that time for this user, right? And hence Google search has become the most effective way of advertising till now. Facebook is there and it is also cost effective, but it is a kind of a push marketing where a user might not be looking, but you are just posting, boosting your ad that time, right? So basic on Facebook, interest, behavior, demographics, there are other more things which are little more deeper in the funnel, etc., which can be done for in terms of targeting, but these are the basics, and your ad format will be carousels or banner ads, right? Coming to affiliates. Now, what are affiliates? It sounds a little, maybe sounding a little different, but you might have not heard this word earlier. But there's nothing. These are the places or placements, or you can say real estate, which is not acquired by Google search or Facebook, right? So Google has two platforms. One is Google search, and I'll talk about Google display. So whatever real estate on internet which is not picked up by Google or Facebook or any other bigger players, like there are few 2-3 more bigger these engines. Other than that, affiliates is the bigger ecosystem where they have the inventory of their own, they run on their own, and they get the eyeballs for advertisers. You might have seen a lot of emails coming in on your inbox, right? Where you might not have interacted with these brands, but you see a lot of email coming from them, right? A lot of insurance companies does it a lot. So you might have seen insurance emails coming in with an emailer saying that, fine, get this insurance, pay for 10 rupees per day kind of a thing, etc., etc. So these are mostly done by an affiliate. So they have two things. One is they have the database of users. They understand what they have the targeting in place because of many understanding from signals, etc. And hence they send an email to the right audiences. And hence affiliate becomes a very good source of marketing for as such for the performance marketing space, right? And similar to partnerships has become big now as digital ecospace is increasing. Partnership has become a very big ecosystem in such. And what is partnership? It is mostly when a brand is interacting with another brand, right? You might have seen Swiggy running an ad for some other brand, which they're directly not associated, but they are running it because it's a barter. Both of them will run their ads and they will do a barter system between them, or they do a coupon system, whatever it is, but it gives a lot of visibility and credibility for the other brand because other brand is boosting the A brand is boosting the B brand, right? And influencers, you might know, everyone is becoming influencers these days. You might know what kind of magic influencers are doing today on social. So they are also very good in terms of getting the right eyeballs on for the brand. Here there are lot many nuances in this for this line, which is affiliate, partnership, influencers. I will not be able to cover everything, but basic remains the same. You need to understand how you get the right audience and what kind of ad you need to run to get the right objective meet for your campaigns, right? Moving to the fourth one is marketplaces. This is not very old in digital ecospace, because marketplaces, what are marketplaces? Marketplaces are like Amazon of the world. Marketplaces are like Flipkarts. So these are the places where everybody is going, right? So Amazon has become very big in its own right. Now, for example, if you come up with a startup idea and you create a product, let's say a product of a health product, something like that, right? If you come up with uh, a product in cosmetics, for example, right? Now, it's very easy to actually get in consumers eyeball through marketplaces, because यहाँ पे तो people आ ही रहे हैं. People are coming here to actually buy every day what they're looking forward. If they are wanting to buy cosmetics, they will go to Amazon, they will do a search, they will find the product which they are looking forward. If your product is also there, you will get a chance to actually show up your brand. If they are not, at least if they are not buying, you will get a chance to show up your brand there. And eventually, if you keep showing, people have the tendency towards like, okay, let's try it out. It's a new brand. And it's all how you advertise yourself on the marketplaces as well, right? So marketplaces has become a very good starting point for all the product based companies who are into the e-commerce model, and hence it's easier to start the business from here rather than having your own website, getting the orders, etc., etc. It's a lot of hassle, and hence lot of startups are actually taking this route rather than actually starting their own website and managing the supply chain, etc. Like Google Display is very similar to affiliates. Here you have targeting like Facebook, where you do the interest in market audience, etc., etc. So you map the audience who are looking to buy the similar product, and your ad is mostly on a video format or on the banner format or a text format. So that is Google Display. It's mostly like when you see an ad on Times of India, you will see a small Google written on small ad sponsorship kind of icon written there, like a blue tick, blue triangle kind of a thing. That is a Google Display ad, right? Here also the targeting is very similar. You do the targeting with your audiences who are in market, people who are looking for, let's say, health products, cosmetic, etc. There are a lot many interest areas which are already defined, and the cohorts which are already being defined by Google. You have to check mark them and start your ads there. Now, YT for action I have mentioned here because I talked about in my last slide that YouTube is mostly brand marketing, but now, as I was talking, YouTube is also adopting, and because also YouTube has become the second search engine in itself. People, rather than searching on Google, they go on YouTube and search for the brand or search for the right video, because the attention span, as we see right now, it's very small. Even you have a very small attention span. If I keep talking like this, you will just go asleep. What is she talking, etc., etc. And क्या हो रहा है ये सब, वही बकवास वही बात करे जा रही है, right? So it is not like so hence advertiser, as an advertiser, you also have to people have adopted themselves to videos, because videos are more engaging, because videos are simple to see. People don't have to read, etc., and then come in. So videos have more eyeballs, and hence YouTube is bigger search engine now than Google. And hence YouTube has come up with the new solution of advertising is YouTube for Action. They have created a small cohort from YouTube audiences only who are in market and looking to buy in, right? So hence YouTube for Action. Here also you get similar opportunity to target the audiences with the ad, which will be mostly a video ad and with a banner and the side. You might see this somewhere when you see a small ad coming up in the video which we are viewing, and a banner will come at the right side of it. So that is YouTube for Action. WhatsApp, SMS, email. These are you might be aware of all these kind of channels which are very popular and most effective, I should say, because you are actually getting into the phone of the one-on-one to the end user. But these channels will mostly be acquired when you have the phone number of the customer or an email ID for the customer. So these all channels are mostly help in remarketing or retargeting the users, not for acquisition. Right. Now coming to the question, I think one of you asked for which is the right channel, right? So as I explained, where should you invest your spends or your energy? It depending upon where you think your audiences are and with the right set of targeting, right? So I talked about bids. So there is another thing which is like, what is the objective of the campaign, right? If you want to sell the product, your objective is to get the right sale at the right amount, because you are doing, if you are doing sales, it is most about what is the cost per sale coming to you. Yeah, cost per acquisition coming to you, right? Now, if you understand, if it's a dance class which you want to promote, then you have to see Facebook might be a good place, maybe Instagram, because lot many people are there on Instagram who are looking for these videos, learning dance from there with so many influencers out, right? So you have to think over where my audience resides and choose the right platform. And very basic in digital, you have to test for yourself. You have to run test, have to run a small test and see which is the cost effective. And because when I say cost effective is mean, when you do the right mix of your channel and your ad, you will always get the cost effective channel and you will understand this works for me, right? It is not like Facebook will work and Instagram will not work. Both will work, but at what cost? That is more important, right? And hence we have so many channels, and channels is, and these will be get added to it, right? Initially when I started my career, it was only Google search. There was no Facebook, no affiliate, nothing else. Only search was there, and in on affiliates only Times of India used to run the ads. There was no other platform which was there in India to run ads. Now during the course of time, there's so many platforms which are open, and there are so many more which is not covered here, but those are smaller ones, right? But ultimately, or channels are nothing, but these are the places where you see the relevant users for you to show the relevant ads, nothing less or more than that. Why? Right? Are all these channels useful? It depends upon your KRAs, your what you are wanting from that channel, or as a plan of a campaign which you are running at that point of a time. And what is the right channel? I explained, like all channels where from where you're getting the right objective meet at the right cost is the right channel mix for yourself, right? Is that answer your question? I think Vignesh has asked this.
Okay, so Ruby, we have some more questions from the participants. So can we take them?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, Gopal wants to ask, is graphic designing important for digital marketing?
No, it is not important. So there are different arms in digital marketing. Graphic is a one arm, right? So just understand, like for example, if you have a shop, right? So in the shop, you have how you lay out your shop altogether, kahan pe kya rakhna hai, etc., etc. Then you give the pricing for each product, right? Then you say that decoration should be like this of my shop, etc., etc. So there are people, or there are experts for each and everything out there, right? Similar in digital, you have experts for each of these things, right? So you can choose if you want to become a graphic designer, but you always get a graphic designer from in whichever company or organization you work, or in any brand with whom you work. So graphic designer is a different skill set altogether. People learn graphic designing to help digital marketing people to run the ads. So it's a different unit altogether. So you don't have to learn graphic designing, etc., but you should have that neck of understanding what kind of ad it should look like at the end, right? If you have an interest, it's like no skill is wasted. You can run your ad whenever you can create or yourself and run it, but it is not the basic skill which is required for digital marketing, because this is the helping arm. This is the thing which you will always get in all organizations. Nobody asks you to be Excel, or you should know graphic designing when you apply for a digital marketing. Yeah, next questions. Is that answer your question, whoever has asked it?
Okay. So next question is from Sandhya. What is the advantages of DM, digital marketing?
So advantages of digital marketing advantages has to be over something. So digital marketing advances is mostly on if you do a offline marketing. So basic advantage of digital marketing is it is measurable. So each and every penny when a marketer is spending, or a brand is spending, is measurable. कहाँ पे कितना पैसा खर्चा किया, उससे कितने impressions आए, and how many people came on the platform, how many people have bought out of that ad, even with the single keyword, how many spend happened on that keyword is measurable, right? So the kind of effectiveness digital marketing can give, right? It is not that it's end-to-end 100% measurable, but it is measurable to 85%, and it's actually right? And hence it becomes very good source of investment, good source of understanding itself, where a brand or marketer should spend the money, right? So basic advantage is you are measuring. Second is the reach which you get on digital these days. It's very difficult to get it on offline platform now, right? Because as you understand, or even on TV, there are less people are going today, because Netflix is there, YouTube is there, Prime is there, right? How many people are watching TV these days? No, very less. Even my parents are not watching TV. They have adopted to Prime, they have adopted to Netflix, etc., right? And kids, the upcoming generation, I don't think they will go to TV anyways, right? So digital is the upcoming thing, and it will not go anywhere. So somebody has asked, what is the future of digital earlier as well. To me, the future is starting now. Till now, it was we are just building the base out of it. Now it is scaling up, and it will go to multiple folds. And as I foresee, digital means a brand can do so many things which can attract the right consumer, and how the consumer journey is being designed from digital cannot be done from any other medium, from online or offline, right? So there are many good things on offline, which is like whatever you see offline today. Also, the credibility of online marketing is much more than digital, because as a user, when you see an ad on TV, nowadays it's very difficult to understand whether it's running on YouTube or on connected TV, or it's running on TV. But earlier, if you take a step back, 5 years back, if you see an ad on TV which is coming in between of some serial or whatever, the credibility of that ad was much more than when you see an ad on YouTube, right? So that will always be there for offline. The other thing which is on offline is the reach. Cost per reach is very, very less, because you are able to, if you put a billboard today, so many people are seeing it now and then, and they will recall also if the creative is good, right? But what happens on YouTube, you are seeing something and you just saw an ad. The recall is little less, but digital, since it is little not very expensive in terms of impressions, a brand has access to actually show the same ad multiple times. The frequency becomes higher, and hence the recall becomes more, right? So that's an advantage of digital marketing. I hope that answers.
Sure. Also, Sadhna wants to know about the difference between the Facebook ad and the YouTube ads.
Facebook
I've
ad
covered that
and the
here.
YouTube ad. So there is no difference as such. So it is not. It is now how the ads are mounted. From the marketer point of view, there is a difference how the ads are mounted, how the audiences are being chosen, and which kind of creative you are showing, right? From the user point of view, there is no difference as such. If a user is on Facebook, they will see the ads on Facebook. When a user is on YouTube, you will see the ads on YouTube. In terms of measurability of from the marketer point of view, there is a difference. Like on, and it also depends what kind of objective you are actually measuring from both the platforms. If you are actually measuring the cost per sale from both of these videos, then there is no difference. You are measuring the platform in the at the very similar lines. You will be looking at how much cost has been invested in this ad, how many people have viewed the ad in both the platforms. There's no skip on Facebook. You have to actually have to see the whole ad. There are skippable and non-skippable on YouTube. So there are few nuances, few differences as such, but mostly from the advertiser point of view, there is no difference as such. Both of them are equally good or bad if they are meeting your expectations, your marketing objectives.
Okay, so just one last question, and then we will continue with the content. Mohammed has a question. Mohammed, Mohammed Saif, can you please unmute and speak?
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm a student, ma'am. I just wanted to know, ma'am, there are various institutes, ma'am, how to choose a best institute for digital marketing.
Sure. See, as I said, scope is vast.
Yes, ma'am.
There are means whoever is starting the organization now, and whoever has, like, for example, ITC, it's an old brand. Now everybody is adopting on digital. Even if they used to use only traditional medium for branding earlier, now all of these organizations, whether they are older organization, upcoming organization, and the new startups which will be upcoming, everybody will have the digital leg of it. No company, no organization can stay without the digital marketing, whether it's B2B, B2C businesses, or D2C, whatever it is. So just think about all organizations, if they need the digital leg, what kind of scope it will have, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So even the software companies, if you know, on Infosys, right, they also have a digital leg of it, right? Because everybody is selling something to the other person, right? Any organization selling services or product or something else, right? Everybody is selling something, and everybody is on digital. So audiences are on digital. Your upcoming generation will be on digital. So the scope is vast. It's just a matter, how do you learn and be the head in the curve? That's the thing, right? And as I said, digital is something which could anybody can learn. कुछ उसमें rocket science नहीं है, बहुत simple है.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So scope बहुत है यार. मतलब I should say that every organization is hiring digital people, and when I hire, it's a little pain. It's very difficult to actually get the right person on digital in today's days, because everybody is learning, but there are no masters of it. Right?
Yeah.
So my humble request, if you want to actually learn it fully. Go into details and learn it. Otherwise, यार ऐसे superficially learn करने वाले लोग बहुत हैं, and people who actually want to hire the right resource, because this digital, what happens, right? Every organization को लगता है, right? आप पैसा दे रहे हो, right? You are investing money. Every day there is some money which is going on in this all of this. At the end, every company wants to get the ROI of it, right? If you are earning, have a business, you want to have an ROI of it. Otherwise, there's no use of running that business, right? If that is happening, then the person who is owning that money should have the eye to actually go into details and understand what is happening, right? Even if it's digital or whatever, even if in software, people who are doing coding, etc., they also have the same thing. At the end, they're investing their bandwidth. Companies are paying them, but if the code is not working, then it becomes a pain for everything, right? At the end, it boils down the ROI for the organization. And hence, digital mein, whenever I hire, I get a lot many resumes, all generic resumes. And if you talk to people, they just know about whatever I'm talking right now. Iske baad jo hoga, people will not understanding details are very important into digital, because you have to go deep in the funnel and understand what is happening, right? So scope bahut hai. If you had a passion, if you have this passion of learning about people, learning about customers, understanding the funnel, have the empathy towards consumers, right? This is the field where you can actually do a lot much better than any other field. That is what I can vouch for, because मतलब इतना कुछ है नहीं. You just have to have a rigor to do it, and you will enjoy it. मतलब I totally enjoy whatever I do, and hence it is like this. But scope bahut hai. There should not be any doubt. How to get the right institute is something where you have to scout, ask the right questions, which I've just told, that you have to learn everything. You have to learn in detail. So if there is any classes which is giving you maybe a detailed understanding of the product, not only just learn digital, but learn the funnel, etc., which helps you to go ahead in the curve. And institute will help you to learn all this, but you have to actually do the things on your own. They can teach you something, right? When a child start walking, parents can just pick the hand and एक दो steps चला के छोड़ते हैं, right? And then a child has to learn and fall and again start, right? Same thing here also, वही करना है. Start करोगे, test करोगे, and in digital testing is the way forward. A/B testing is the only thing which helps anybody. Today also, I also test many things, because it's not like one thing which has worked in Myntra will work in Spinny. It is not like this, right? Because consumers are different, behaviors are different, very, very much different, right? And consumers are evolving also, right? Earlier if you actually see 6 years down the line, people were not very open to actually buy cars online, but today they are, right? On Spinny, they're selling cars online, so they are buying cars online, right? But if this business might have ran 6 years back, then it might not be the right place or right fit to market at that point of time. So future बहुत अच्छा है. In objectively, how you actually get the right in the right institute is whatever you are learning here, you can actually ask the right questions and get into the right place. And moreover, you have to start doing testing on your own, get some freelancing work. There's a lot of freelancers out there. If you do a little more curve में आगे रहना है तो कुछ extra करना पड़ेगा. that is for everything. So वो करना पड़ेगा, and you have to get into there. If you get one small project, don't take money off for anything. Just learn. मतलब it's like an investment for yourself, nothing else.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ruby, for the answer. I hope, Saif, your question was answered. So we can go ahead now with the content.
Sure. So moving ahead, I will cover these metrics on basic metrics. So what I'm trying to actually give you some small snippets of digital just to understand what kind of things you will get in future, and you can relate back. Acha, ye bataya tha us din. I might ask this also. What was that? And you go and Google today and just think or search for these things. These are the basic metrics. There are multiple more things which comes on digital when you do marketing, and you can do or your campaigns, start your campaigns, etc. But these are the basic ones. Impressions. So impressions is nothing to start with. These are how many times the ad got the eyeball. Impression, when you Google something, you see so many links out there. So when you do running shoes, you see maybe a Nike, Adidas, a Myntra ad or something, etc. coming in. All of these campaigns who are running get one impression out of it. तो वहाँ पे चैनल, वहाँ पे ऐड हो जाएगा आपके प्लेटफॉर्म पे, कंसोल पे, गूगल कंसोल पे, that one impression has come for your ad, right? अब impression के बाद next thing what happens? Click. When you show the impression, there is a tendency of a user to click on that ad. Click means you have clicked on that ad in particular. So when you click, one click is getting added, right? So if you've shown 5 times your ad, 1 click happened. So that is 5 impressions, first 1 click. Now when the click happens, your session, you go on the website, right? When you do something, you click on any ad, you go to the website, or you install the app, whatever the action is being defined from the advertiser side, right? If you go on the website, the session is being counted at analytics. So everything on digital, as I said, is measurable, and hence analytics come into picture, right? What is analytics? Is like how you measure the end-to-end funnel of a consumer. You came on Google, you search something, you go, clicked on it, you go on the website. Now session has been created and a user has been created there. So these two things, session and user, gets created on the website. Right now, these two things you get from Google Analytics or any analytics which you are using. The multiple analytics tools, Google Analytics is there, Omniture is there, Adobe Analytics is there, the multiple tools which are there. But these are the things which get tracked there. Now, when you go on a website, the action which you take on the website, right? It can depending upon the objective for that company. If it's a e-commerce thing, your conversions, which is mentioned here, is mostly buy from that website, right? You buy products. So that becomes a conversions. Now every website have a different conversions in the funnel, right? For example, aap Myntra pe gaye, you just say that I want to add this in my cart. You do an add to cart, right? Then you might do the shortlist. Right? So these all things are known as conversions, and all these things are measurable for at the advertiser side or the company side. They measure how many people are doing add to cart. They measure how many people are doing shortlist. They measure how many people are buying the product, in how many sessions, how many users came on the website, how many new users came on the website, right? All these things are measurable, and they actually take lot many strategies and lot many actions from the consumer side and brand side actually gets created out of it, right? So you might have seen many companies do remarketing ads. Aapne ek baar gaya website pe, you actually shortlisted one shirt, then they will start showing that shirt again and again on the internet wherever you go. They chase you with that shirt. अब तो वो शर्ट आपको खरीदनी पड़ेगी, like, right? So that kind of things keep happening on internet because They know what kind of product you have liked, and they understand that this and similar product you start seeing. So lot many ML AI goes into this, where when you land on the website. So we learned impression, click, conversion, session, users, and installs. Installs are something when you have an action on an ad which says download the app or install the app now, and you go on the Play Store or App Store to download the app, right? So these are the number of installs which happens to any or any app, right? You go on Play Store, you see how many installs have happened, right? 100,000 installs and usse zyada number dikhte rehta hai. This happens because you as a consumer, you install those apps, right? Now these are one metrics. Now coming to cost. Since we are talking about paid marketing, there's a cost involved to it. So each and every click. So there are different mediums how you pay online on digital. There can be a click-based campaigns. There can be impression-based campaigns. There can be CPA or CPL-led campaigns, right? So when you actually pay any advertiser or any platform, let's say on Google, you pay mostly on cost per click. So every click, when a user is doing that click, your money is being deducted from your campaigns, right? So wo cost hai. So whatever cost has been incurred to show that ad to the user is known as cost, and you will see it in all the consoles which you have. Console, when I say it is the place from where advertisers run the ads, where they map keywords, they map interest, put their ads, do optimization, etc., etc. So that those are the consoles. CTR. So coming to CTR, it is how many people saw the ad and how many people clicked them. So your click by impression is your CTR. Click through rate. That is how you call it. Click through rate means how many people clicked on the ad when they saw the ad, right? So click-through rate is a measurement how good, bad your ad was and how relevant it was at that point of time, right? So agar aap sahi copy likhoge and you think this is the right place to show my ad, your CTRs will be higher, right? So hence the CTR. The CPV and CPC are very similar. CPC is cost per click and CPV is cost per view. Cost per view is mostly comes into video ads, where the videos are being ran. CPC is mostly cost per click, which is like Google, Facebook, etc., etc. When you pay Google, Facebook, or other platform on click basis. So CPV is something when you pay on view basis. CPC is something when you pay on click basis. And similar to it, there's a CPM also, when you pay for cost per 1,000 impressions, right? So that is CPM. CPI is cost per install. For every install, paid installs, actually advertiser is paying for each install, right? So when you install an app, you see an ad and install, right? It's like that advertiser might have paid for that install, right? And hence it becomes very more important as an advertiser to actually get the right juice of that install. And hence when you install an app, you might see notifications start coming in, right? Why? Because when you install the app, as a consumer, you have taken a larger step than actually consuming the product on website, because installs take the bandwidth of your app of your phone as well, right? So you start seeing a lot of notification, etc. Because as an advertiser also, I paid much more than I would have paid if I could have actually take it on your website, right? So that is a different metrics altogether. App marketing itself is very different than web marketing, right? And the funnel cohort, etc., is very different. So this can also be one thing which you can actually see when you're taking courses, app marketing is covered or not, because that is also important. Many apps are coming up and people are looking for app masters, people who can run app ads, etc., because it is little different than the web marketing. Right now, ROAS and CPL is mostly so there are companies who are running a lead-based ads, right? When you go and put your details online, just saying that I want this service. These are my details, phone number, name, etc., etc. And that is known as lead. That you have given a lead to the platform. You are okay. I'm okay. You to actually contact me, and I'm okay to take your services, whatever it is. So that if a consumer is doing that kind of conversion on your website, and the cost, whatever has gone to get that conversion, divide cost by conversion. If the conversion is equals to lead, then it comes as cost per lead. Okay. ROAS is revenue on ad spends. Like how now, if let's say this company is an e-commerce company, and what kind of revenue they are making. Revenue is like, for example, you see a gross, you see a cost on every product when you go online. So if the cost of a product is 1,500, 2,000 rupees, and spent, let's say, for getting that conversion of 1,500 or 2,000 rupees, it's let's say 500 rupees. So the clicks which that a campaign should have got, let's say 15, and each click is 10 rupees, so 1,500 rupees have lost to get 150 rupees has lost to get 1,500 ka leads, 1,500 ka conversion. Then your ROAS will be revenue on its spends. So how many revenue got? 1,500 on 150. So your revenue is revenue on ad spends is good, right? So this is how ROAS is being calculated. Bounce rate is nothing but how, so you got sessions on website and users, how many people are actually bouncing off before either going deep in on the page or going to the next page. So if the user is irrelevant, whoever is coming on the website, if the irrelevant user is coming, they will bounce earlier, right? It is like when you go into the shop and you enter to a shop and say ki yaar ye chahiye tha, and the shopkeeper says ye to hai nahi mere paas, we just go off from that shop here, right? Mostly you do not get inside and see ki aur kya hai yahan par. But if that your need is not satisfied on the platform, then you bounce off. Then that is the bounce rate on digital. The conversion rate is nothing but how many conversions came on how many sessions. So you might visit and come our website 10 times and or 100 times. In 100 times, on 100 times you got one, you converted one, you bought some product or you gave the lead. That becomes your session by conversion, becomes your conversion rate, or your click by conversion becomes the conversion rate on your consoles. View through rate is mostly on the on your videos, right? So views are on the website where you views are on videos wherever you are running videos on YouTube, etc. So how many people saw the video? So impression is something, and then the video start playing. So when the video start playing, that starts a view through rate. How many view throughs came through that ad? That is known as a view through for videos. Then cost is being copied again. Sorry, this is a mistake. ROI is revenue. It's very business oriented term, which is how much revenue got from the spends which has been invested for that ad, right? So these are the basic metrics on digital. Any questions here?
We have a lot of questions actually, but not related to this. Someone is asking about the packages that people get after doing the digital marketing courses. Do you have any idea?
Difficult to say because it depends upon which organization you are going into. And now there are few equalization on this is happening on pay scale, etc. on digital, but still it is very fluid. It's very difficult to actually in software, it's still little been there for some time, but on digital it is little not very clear in today. And being startup, a lot of startups into digital, pay scale can be very high and can be an average, can be low as well. And depending upon what kind of skills you have, right? As if I have to hire, I do not see a lot. Juniors also are required in digital because a lot of work is like that, which you have to do every day, and you learn a lot when you do all those things. So mostly packages are very similar to tech or product folks on digital these days, but it's very difficult to say an average compensation anybody get here. But as you grow, there's no limit to it that I can vouch for. Like as you grow, and if you are at the right place, if you're doing the right things for the organization, because this is in this place where you do performance marketing, everybody want a person who can raise and improve the ROI which is written here. If you are able to improve the ROI of an organization, organizations are open to actually pay you higher, because paying you is one cost to them, but actually get a lot of money from that thing is making a lot of sense to them, right? So at the end, I should say that compensation is good in digital in most of the places, and cannot say a particular number or something like that, because that may vary from one organization to another. But it's a field which actually pay lucrative, and very similar to tech and product folks. If you have people in tech and product, you can match very similar to it. And to me, if I actually, because I have my batchmates I have done my engineering back then, so I have a very similar package which anybody has from my batch in the same field, right? So if they are head of technology, etc., somewhere, I am also with a very similar pay package which they have. So pay package is not a problem in this field.
Sure. So Pradeepta also wants to know, is it important to collaborate with different YouTubers when you are running a YouTube channel or any ad on YouTube channel?
No, it is not required to actually collaborate with YouTubers as such. It depends, but if you are wanting to do any influencer based campaign and you want YouTubers to actually run your product or show ads of your product, that's a different influencer game altogether. But if you want to run ads on YouTube, you don't have to actually reach out to any YouTuber. You have to, there's a platform on Google where you choose YouTube as a channel and you can run your ads. It's that simple, like you choose your platform, you choose your audience, you choose the bid, and you can run the ads. So you don't have to go after one YouTube channel and put your ad there. It's not like that. All digital channels are like this. There's nothing that you have to choose one platform. एक के पास जाना है, बात करनी है, ऐसा नहीं है. Do not go to Times of India to put your ad there. Right? You have to go on Google display and put your ad there, and hence it will come on Times of India also.
My question was like, if we run any ads for different channel, like on different YouTubers channel, so there is not any restriction to running their ad on their channel.
So it depends. Like I'll go explain you how it works. So there is a Google AdSense which runs at the background. Google. So most of the YouTuber get themselves aligned with Google AdSense program, which opens their inventory for any inventory which is there on YouTube to show the ads which is there on Google, right? If you are for example, if there is a YouTube channel which is open to show ads which are coming from Google site, like you have chosen, let's say, interest area fitness, right? And this YouTuber has opened Google AdSense program to run ads on their YouTube channel, it will automatically come. You don't have to do anything. You can choose that channel and your ad will start coming. But there are a few YouTubers who do not allow Google AdSense to show the ad. In that case, you have to meet and you have to reach out to those YouTubers to actually talk to them, and but they will not take the ad directly also. They will actually mostly do many things which is promotion of your product as such.
So, ma'am, how can we find that kind of channel? Which channels are allowed to on their channel open to ad?
When you will learn all this, there is a platform in console only. You will get to know whether this link on YouTube is available on Google Ads or not. So wahan pe you will have to put this YouTube channel and you can search for it whether this is there or not. If you can allow, if they will allow my ad to run or not. If they will not allow, it will not come on Google on its own. That answers or not?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we have the next question from Sadhna. She wants to know what is CTR and ROI once again.
CTR is how many people clicked on the ad by seeing the impressions. So CTR is click-through rate, which is clicks divided by impressions. Clear?
Sure. So, Rishikesh, if you want to go again, go and rewatch the video will be available on our YouTube channel, Learn Online with EduBridge. You can go through the video again and understand the basic matrix part. So since we have limited time here, so repeating a concept will be a bit difficult for everyone and for the speaker as well. The next question will be from Aksham. Aksham, can you please unmute and speak?
Yes, ma'am. Like I want to know what the YouTube and Google charges for displaying our video.
YouTube and
Google, ma'am.
see, it depends upon the bids. Both of YouTube as well as Google, they are bid specific channels. So it depends how much competition is there for your ad. Means how many people for the similar space are bidding at that point of a time, and hence it's being decided how much they will charge for, right? So for example, for a category of fashion, let's say for example, now winters are coming in north, so many people will start doing a lot of advertising, let's say for winter clothes, right? So many people will start bidding for the similar keywords. For example, on YouTube also it's the same thing. So many people will start promoting their winter clothes, right? So as and when it's a game of demand and supply, so many people are actually starting promoting. Hence Google also will have this thing ki now so many people are bidding, now I have to actually take a little more higher on CPC, right? So it mostly depends upon how much competition it is and what kind of position you want on the ads, right? If you want to show up, let's say mera ad to first position pe aana chahiye and it will give me conversion for this kind of a keyword, you might say ki I'm okay to pay a little higher, I'm okay to pay a little premium on my bids. So payment happens on CPC mostly. If it's a medium kind of a CPC, you pay mostly 15 rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees for a click, but it depends upon horizon of the keywords and what kind of competition is out there. So mostly this is the range you will get.
Like it will go through the bidding process only, right, ma'am?
Yes, it will go on the bidding process. It will go in the engine. Google decide whoever is bidding higher to you, usse thoda sa aapko, there is some cents which is lesser than whatever a person above you is paying.
Ma'am, and what's the role of ROI in this basic matrices, ma'am?
It's a revenue for spends. So how much revenue our organization has gained by spending the marketing budgets, right? So for example, your organization has given you, let's say 5 lakh of rupees, or 1 crore of money, saying that this is the money and you spend it in how many channels, whatever you want, to make a media plan for yourself and get me an ROI, which is return on this spends. I want an ROI of, let's say, 3 rupees, 3. That means you have to get 3 crores out of that 1 crore, right? 3 का ROI का मतलब है 3 गुना
times.
करना पड़ेगा, 3 times.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
So,
ma'am.
that is the ROI calculation, and it is very important, very core of any organization. There are different places, different ways people calculate ROI. Some advertisers or some brand will do it on net revenue. Some people will do it on margin, etc. But basic, it's on ROI is revenue on net spends.
Okay, ma'am. Like it, as you said, it is the core of that any organization, ma'am. Like by seeing the ads only, they will like as you said, example 1 crore and 3 crores like that. So by seeing that ads only, they should get that much revenue from that 3 crores.
No. So it's an entire journey. For example, आपने एक ad चलाया, where when you ran that ad, so many people saw the ad, so many people clicked on your ad, how few of people will come on the website, few of them will take an action and buy the product, right? So जितना भी आपने अपने marketing में spend किया, उससे कितना revenue company ने लिया, right? Every product has a cost associated with it. Let's say then average cost for a website of or a business is, let's say, 2,000 rupees. So 2,000 रुपया हर एक product का बेचने में लग रहा है. So how many products it needs to be sold to get an ROI of, let's say, 3? तो कितना product मुझे sold करना पड़ेगा from a budget of 1 crore to get an ROI of 3? वो calculation पूरा होना पड़ेगा, right? There's a plan which comes along with it, right? So it's not about how many people saw the ad. It is about how many people bought the product after seeing the ad.
Yes, ma'am. Completely understood.
Cool.
Akshan, can you ask a question?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am, and everyone. Ma'am, my question is that if a company gets 2 clients of same category in the market, so would it be a better choice to opt for the controversial series, like we have seen already in Pepsi and Coca-Cola series, that grabs more public attention, or it would be an ethical only one company ad that we must promote or we must discuss about?
So it's a complete discretion of the organization or an agency who is doing it. There are organizations who take multiple competition and they do the ads for them. But somehow it becomes a little difficult, and mostly brands do not want to get into the same agency who is actually doing the promotion of a competition, because it's not about the ads at the end, but it's about the business strategy, etc., which gets open to that to the agency, and agency is actually open to share the insights, business strategy to the competition as well. So mostly from the brand point of view, no brand actually wants to get into an agency who is handling the competition directly. No one wants to do that. But in certain cases, if the organizations are small, etc., they are okay to take it to start with. For example, when I was working with Resultrix, it's an agency. There were hotels business from Clear Trip, and there was a hotel. So they have two businesses, flights and hotels. Both of them were divided into 2 agencies. One is with one agency, another with another agency, and the thing why they have kept flights and hotels differently, because the other competition had flight business with agency 1, right? So they do not wanted to give the flight business to the same agency. So mostly people do not willing to do it, but if the client is okay, you can do it. You get more insights from both the businesses, and at the end, you might do a better job, but businesses do not want to do it, at least.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. So any more questions, or we can move ahead with the content?
Okay.
Ma'am, last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ma'am, what is this ROAS?
ROAS is revenue on ad spends, very similar to ROI. In ROI, there are percentages involved. In ROAS is like revenue on ad spends, just a division, nothing else.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Now, so this is the slide I actually prepared to help you understand what kind of a things, once you understand digital, which is what is required in excel in digital marketing field. And this is all from the experience, which I could say, and why it is important. And see, because digital is adopting, and you every day you see a new platform coming in. Twitter came in, so many things happen on Twitter, so many things happening on Facebook every day. Things are changing every day. So digital is a dynamic product altogether, which can change overnight. आज जो हमें लग रहा है कि ये like long back on on Google search, I used to have a team of 10 people only for Google search, because the way keywords are being scrutinized, research hota tha keywords ka, all matlab it used to be a little more involved and people oriented work. मतलब सबको लिख के एक एक कीवर्ड डालना पड़ता था, तब जाके गूगल पिक करता था, राइट? मतलब आपको शू लिखा, आपने शूज नहीं लिखा तो गूगल विल नॉट नो कि शू सर्च हो रहा है. बट नाउ गूगल हैज adopted a lot, so I do not need a team of 10 people in Google. I just need one person or two people in Google team. That's it, because everything else is being done by the engine, by the Google engine. You give them, tell them कि इतना bid चाहिए, इतना conversion चाहिए, इतने पैसे में चाहिए, they will do it, right? Hence, adoption in digital is very important. What I mean by adoption, that you learn the skills quickly, right? As you grow, to start with, you will obviously learn the platform, you will learn how the tools work, what are the nuances of each and every tool. But as you grow, digital is more analytical and more business understanding, right? Because at the end, you are the business custodians, right? You are doing business on digital. There's nothing else you are doing, right? So वो दिमाग से निकाल देना है as you grow, learn कि मैंने तो ad दिखाया था, अब क्या हुआ पता नहीं. वो नहीं चलता है. This is not the thing which will work anyway anymore. You show the ad, you learn from here कि मेरा ad यहाँ दिखा, why it has come here. You learn all those things, why the ad got shown here, why I got so many conversions, so many CTRs, what impression happened on which platform, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, it boils down how you are looking into the data, right? So adoption is very important. If you have the skills to adopt, learn quickly, that is something which is required on digital. बहुत जल्दी जल्दी learn करना है. If something is changing, you have to adopt. Keep reading on every day. You have to keep reading what is coming, upcoming thing which is happening, how the things are changing, how the ecosystem is changing. There's so many security policies are coming in place, right? So security, personal cookies, etc. is getting waived off because people have personal issues. Their data is being leaked, right? So Google, Facebook, all of them has come up with the new policies on security, right? So many things have waived off, which used to be very available to us earlier. Ab wo nahi rahega, right? When this is not there, what should be done next, right? So that adoption into this industry is very important. And if you want to be in this industry, you have to keep reading, keep thinking what next can be done in your organization where you are working, right? Second is analytical skills. It's important because, as I said, everything is measurable. When everything is measurable, you see a lot of data coming in. सब कुछ possible है. Like you can see whoever has it, how many people saw the ad, how many people has bought the product, and when they came back on your website, and what they do after they are on coming on the website. Since so much data is available, analytical skills are important. You should know how to run the analytics. You should know how to look into the reports. You should know what you need to ask from your subordinates, your teams who are there into data teams, etc., to give you the right reports, right? So asking the right questions, having the analytical mind is important. It can be any kind of cuts you want to see in your data. So that is very important. So analytical skills are very important if you want to excel in digital marketing. Business understanding is critical, because if you are not meeting the business goals from running your ads, at the end, it is not making sense to the business, right? And every business who is running the ads, what they want, they need conversion out of it, right? They are spending money. So अगर business का understanding नहीं होगा, how you meet your business objective and marketing objective, you'll not be able to do that, right? Hence, understanding of business is also very important into digital space, because if you do not understand kitna margin hona chahiye, what should be the right ROI, and you will not be able to ask the right questions with your business stakeholders. They will tell you, bhai mujhe to itne mein chahiye, but kaise hoga? It cannot happen, because you understand how much bid you are putting in every day, how many clicks will come, how many conversion will come, right? Then you can also go and tell them this will be the right strategy, because my set of customers who I'm acquiring on digital, they need this, right? If you know what your customers are looking for and what your business is giving, then you can actually bring in a strategy together between a business and marketing and stitch them together. So understanding of each business unit, whoever is there in your in whatever is happening in your ecospace is important, right? For example, today in Spinny, what happens? We sell cars, we buy cars, and we procure the car. We do refurbishment of those cars and we sell them, right? I need to understand what kind of, how many car got procured, why they got procured, the car which has not got procured, why? Because I have invested so much of amount into getting those people also in the funnel, right? And how many cars will be sold off from the platform and when? Everything is linked. Everything is linked. So business understanding is very critical in today's world for digital, unless you are only running brand ads. Even in brand ads, you have to understand the business. You have to understand the mindset of a consumer, and mindset of a consumer is linked with the business, right? So end-to-end business understanding is very critical if you want to excel in digital. Then another key part is user experience, because you are spending money, you are showing your ad to the consumer who will come on the website to do take some actions, right? So what kind of experience would you like to give to your consumer when they come on the website, right? When you go on website, you have some expectations, what you will see, how will you see, what kind of product it will be, right? वो सारा expectation आपका भी होता है, right? So it's the same thing, what you want to show when a user come on your website. So when you are spending that amount to bring that user on your website, you have to have very much, you should have understanding what I should show to that user, how will he convert to the next level. So user experience in itself is a big subject to understand, and it is not something which you learn in the same day, but it's a skill and which can be developed and many people actually from digital, they move into product because of this, because they have a key into understanding user experience. They move into product, they say nahi hum to main app banaunga, mujhe pata hai aap kaise banana hai, right? They move into the product marketing team, moving from digital. So user experience also key of digital, which is like how you showcase your shop online, right? So it's very similar to your offline world, jahan pe adoption is more what you want to sell. What is your ecosystem in a shop? What kind of people are coming on your website, and you send coming nearby your store, and you keep keeping those product on the store, right? So similar to that, agar aapko dukaan bhi chalani hai, you need to have that business understanding, what kind of product you will show, etc., etc. Similar to that, user experience on shop happens, right? You kind of have some kind of aura of your shop, right? So that is the experience you give. You talk to those consumer, any kirana store you go, right? They talk to you in very personalized behavior, and you keen to go into that shop again and again because you understand what I want he or she has, and they will give me quickly, right? So experience is everywhere. Pedigree is important. When I say pedigree, is not about only college and institute from where you have done your courses or you have done your education, etc. But it is also which organizations you have worked with and for what goals. And I can say that there are people who have excelled working in smaller organizations in earlier, but they have actually went into details. They get into things which nobody in their company was going, right? And hence they excelled, they understood the behavior, they understood what is the right thing I should ask from my organization to help me understand the user behavior, conversion, etc., etc. And they have excelled in their fields, right? So I think this is the key which anybody who wants to excel in marketing or in digital marketing needs to have, because digital and marketing are very close to each other. It's just that you are running the ad on digital, and hence you have empowered with lot of data. Analytical skills are required, business skills are required, right? You see a lot of ads, buy three get two free, right? That is a business strategy which they are using, and that should come as a marketer also, because it helps you to increase your conversion rates, right? So it is not like they are have a different mind altogether. It's just the way of thinking and putting the things into perspective, right? So these are the key areas which will help any marketer to excel in digital ecospace. So the next thing, or the last, I should say, I have created a framework which anybody can follow to start planning for digital, right? So this is mostly, you have to know the client or the brand, or if you are working with the brand, you know what kind of business, what kind of problem they are solving from that campaign or whatever problem statement they have. Be clear on the values, because this will help you to create ads, creatives, etc., etc., because creative bring a lot of brand resonance with it. So that is important. Then you set the goals for the campaign which you want to run. If it's a brand ad, you have goals which is reach. If it's a conversion led campaign, which is performance marketing, you have goals which is your cost per revenue, cost per ROI, etc., etc. Then you will have to understand the buyer journey, how a user will buy, how long a user will take to buy this product. Like if it's a product which is a 1500 t-shirt, you know, ठीक है, इसमें इतना time नहीं लगता, people have this think, I like this product, I will buy it, right? But if it's a product which is little more expensive, which is involved product like a car or a house or anything, a jewelry, which takes a user to take a decision because it's high valued product, and it takes more time for a consumer side to actually think and understand what they want to buy. The consumer cycle, buyer cycle is important. This is also a bigger subject to understand, but just picking a few terms from there. Then, as I said, channels are important. So channels are very important. You put the channels, right channels in place. Then you plan your content, what you want to actually put when you show the ad, what is the ad, what kind of a copy it will be, what can be the CTA of that copy, etc. to plan your content. With that, you will get a lot of leads. When you run the ad, you nurture the leads. It's like when you keep getting messages again and again from the same brand, buy this because this helps you do 1, 2, 3 things. Buy this product because it might go out of stock in some time. So those are the nurturing of the lead which any marketer do. Then you convert the prospect to customers, right? This is the whole cycle which happens in the typical digital life cycle of a consumer. So objective is important, channels, then business and channel metrics, how you frame the business needs and the channel mix together. That is also important. Basis that you create a media plan. Media plan is nothing but how much spend you will do in which platform, in how much time, what kind of ROI or what kind of measurement will you put around it. That is known as a media plan, which is very important for any organization to start with. Then you do a measurement metrics around it. How will you measure it? Analytics is important here, right? So whatever plan has been done, there is a KPI which is defined for each and every metrics. Then you measure each and every metrics when the ad starts, right? So that is the measurement thing. Basis this measurement, you start optimizing your spends. That is the optimization of spends. Every time you will see and listen this word every day in your digital life, where optimizing the spends, optimizing platforms, everything is being optimized because you can measure everything, right? So that is important. Then from optimization, you get many insights. You read a lot of data, you ask for a lot of data in terms of what kind of insights you can get. And basis these insights, everything again get into the same cycle. So whatever insights, for example, you say that your ROI or your conversions from Google are much more effective than Facebook. Then the next thing which you will do, you go on the objective, you say that I have to spend more on Google and less on Facebook, right? The objective change. Now channel changes because of that. And your channel and this metrics will again change. Your media mix will change. Your media plan will change. Now your measurement mostly remains the same, but again, you have to do the measurement and then again you optimize. So this is the basic framework which all organizations use when creating the digital marketing plan. Any questions here?
Good afternoon.
Good
Ma'am, what
afternoon.
is mean by data insights?
Data insights means as I said, there are a lot of reports, lot of measurement which is involved into digital. What happens? Let's say you are seeing a report of one of your campaign, and ad report it is, like you're seeing the ads reports, and let's say you have ran an ad which has pricing on it, which has, like, for example, strike pricing on it, 400 rupees ka, you have cut it, let's say get it in 100 rupees, right? And in that in the same ad group or in the same campaign, you have another ad which says flat 20% off, right? Now let's say these are the two ads which are running in the one campaign. When you run the reports of ads, you get this report, right? And you see the conversion rate of an ad which has strike pricing, and let's say 500 ko kaat ke, that 100 rupees wala ad is converting much better. Let's say your cost per order from that ad which has strike pricing on it, let's say it's 100 rupees, and a percentage of wala ad is giving you a cost per order, let's say 150 rupees, right? 100 rupees ad is more effective than percentage of wala ad, right? That is the insight which you got from here, right? You are with me till now?
Yeah, ma'am. Understood, ma'am. Thank
तो
you.
ये आपको समझ में आ गया कि ये वाला ad मेरा अच्छा चल रहा है. Now what you will do, the next step will be very this thing. What you will do, tell me. Next.
Repetition process, ma'am. Objective like media plans.
Yeah, that you will do, but now you understood that my 100 rupees ad run much better. You will change all your campaign ads to this one, right? So effectiveness of overall campaign will be this. You can also suggest your business team that you do these kind of pricing and not percentages of,
Okay, ma'am.
right? So these are the
Okay.
insights which actually creates the way forward for any marketer.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, to launch any product, so we need to add the advertisement value with that product or not?
Advertising value. Didn't get that. Advertising value. What do you mean by that?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, if I launch a product cost of 200 rupees, but my advertisement cost is more than that, so my product price will be automatically higher than that. So what is the when we launch any product? So before that, we will also costing that advertisement cost.
You will add the advertising cost, but it is not with the product. So it depends upon how you want to do the pricing of the product at the end. But mostly companies do not do it. It is product cost is different than the advertising cost, right? The marketing cost is different than whatever the cost of the product is. Mostly these are not people do not mix them together. But yes, at the end, when the CAC comes into picture, right? Your cost to come kind of a thing, cost of selling the product to the company, right? Your lot, like there are so many CM3, many things comes into picture. Then these all comes together. But mostly your product cost and your advertising costs are two different things altogether.
Yes, ma'am. But if when it happens, like if my product cost is 200 rupees, but I am not able to understand where is my potential customer comes from, because I run an ad on Google. So basically, that was on cost per click. But if my potential customer is not buying that product, so my cost of the click will be higher than the actual product, the buying cost. So that will be
You
different.
need to understand why the people are not buying the product. There has to be something which that where the data insights come into picture, where you need to understand why people are not buying, what is the funnel they are doing, how many people are clicking, how many people are coming on the website, what they are doing on the website if they are not buying, if they are bouncing off, if that means the ad is not shown on the right place, or the whatever has promised on the ad was not there on the website. There has to be some mismatch, right? There has to be something which is not working on the ad. And if your product is 200 rupees, then if ad spends is more than whatever is being invested, whatever the product ka value, then it's a problem statement which needs to be solved. In few places it happens in starting stages, your cost will be high, advertising cost will be higher than whatever the revenue is coming to the organization. But over the time it should get settling, because no one will want to run a business which is cost loss making, right? So वो नहीं होना चाहिए in the starting, let's say for 2, 3, 4, 5 months. And if the product is something which is evolving product, it might take a month or a year or 2 years to get the right cost back to the company, right? वो हो सकता है कि 2 साल लग जाएं to get the positive ROI, but it will happen eventually, right? So अगर वो 200 का प्रोडक्ट है and if your marketing cost is let's say 300-400 rupees right now, then you should have a path to get there, to get at least 200 rupees first, and then 200, let's say 190 rupees, 180 rupees, slowly it happens. Because when the product cost is 200 rupees, I think it's a repeat purchase kind of a product where a user will buy it again and again and again, right? And if it's again purchased product, then the same user which you have acquired in the first place, you will again get the sale from the same customer. Then it will become positive.
So for the reselling, the reviewing that ad to the customer who have already buy our product. So is there any other charges we'll be adding?
See, if you are okay, like it depends. If you are able to hook the user with the consumer experience, or user experience, and the product which you have sold to him, you should not actually spend more monies to get him back to the funnel, because अगर उसको आपका product अच्छा लगा है and the product experience itself on the website is so overwhelming, they will remember you as a brand. They will come back on their own, right? If you have bought something from Myntra and if you like the product, they will not reach you from any other platform other than the notification. They'll keep sending you notifications. Notifications are free of cost, and you will not be paying anything to bring that user back.
So basically, if I suppose example, I'm so selling a cloth brand. So my cloth is attract some of the customer. So that customer is coming to my website many times, but that pay-per-click is not hitting the target because of that customer is only interested to show that product, but not buying that product many times. So when it will be happen then?
You need to do the data journey. You have to understand why they are not buying. Do a calling few those customers. Baat karo why they are not buying. You get to understand some insights why they are not buying. That is important. You cannot solve it saying ki why it is not happening. You need to understand what is not happening. Whether the costing is not correct, whether the users who got onto the platform was not relevant. Kuch to hoga na, there has to be something which is not working.
Because customer is not really interested, so why visiting that website? And
why they are not interested?
because customer is also
प्रोडक्ट
interested.
में या तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, या तो वेबसाइट में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, या तो जो यूजर आ रहा है वो रेलेवेंट नहीं है. कुछ तो there has to be some problem which needs to be solved here. You getting
Yes,
my
ma'am,
point?
but,
Like it's very
but because
difficult
if
on this. Huh? Sure.
But if customer is like not interested, so why they will come on my website? Because they are only interested to buy that product. That way, and they are coming regularly to my site.
No, it is not like that. It is not like that. If you target the wrong customer, they will come on your website. आ तो जाएंगे ही ना, click तो कर ही देंगे. It is very simple to click. But if they are not relevant and your product is not relevant to them, they will not invest or buy the product.
Okay. Okay, so I'm asking basically if I launch a product, so product price always should be higher than my advertisement cost, right? Because if I target that my advertisement cost should be 50 rupees or 100 rupees, so my product will be higher than that price, because if I not able to set my product based on advertisement, so advertisement cost can be also get higher than the actual product cost.
Yes, your product cost should have that baked into the thing, how much marketing will be required for selling the product.
What is inbound marketing?
So inbound marketing is when so lot many people actually fill in the form on your website, or they come in on your website and you have the information of these users, right? Now you reach out to those users from the channels like WhatsApp, Facebook, WhatsApp, SMS, emailers, calling, etc., etc. So that is known as the inbound marketing, because this is the set cohort which is there with you, and you are reaching out to them, which are inbound customers to you. So that is known as the inbound marketing.
For example, like inbound marketing, we can consider Meesho, like sharing of WhatsApp links to the Meesho marketing.
Meesho is different. It's a different platform altogether. Meesho is not directly inbound marketing. You can consider, but not, in my view, it is not the inbound marketing, because Meesho is a kind of a marketplace they have given to all the platform, to all the startups or all people, dealers, etc., to advertise and sell their product. It is more of a marketplace than the inbound marketing, I should say.
Thank you, Ruby. Rishikesh, I hope your question got answered. Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you, Pratibha, for hosting me, and thank you, lovely audiences. And I think we all learned something good today, and I hope whoever chooses to go ahead with digital, you get whatever you're looking forward as your career aspirations and well-being, etc. from digital. You get going there and get to the good health and keep smiling always. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sure. Thank you.